Hello everyone, it's Todd Screama. Today we're talking about the 6 ingredients to build a great mortgage company. So this is kind of a strategic video that anyone could get a lot out of, and it's the 6 things when you ask me, what do I look at 10,000 feet? What do we've got to do in order to build a great company? Not just an okay company, but something that can be looked at as the best mortgage company in the nation. One of the ingredients is vision. So we've got the 50-10-10 vision. Someday we'll have 50 branches with 10 loan officers in each branch. So when you look at that, that's just a vision. Who knows if we'll ever achieve it? It's a long-term vision. But what that does is it makes us think, hey, our process systems people, we got to be so good at this. We've got to have the product. And it really forces us to challenge ourselves and see how great we can be. Everyone's got to have a vision. You've got to have a vision for your personal life. That's why we do things like the 5-year story, 1-year goal setting. All that stuff is about vision. The next section is data-driven. So 100% of our decisions are based on data. A lot of times, what most people will give you is the emotional response. Hey, this closed late because of this. I didn't close a lot of loans because of this, And the truth is, when you really look at the data, why don't more loan officers close more loans? Boils down to sales call volume. We didn't make enough sales calls. That's the bottom line. That's the data. If you close a loan late, hey, was it sitting on the desk for 9 days on a 22-day closing? You're not going to close on time when that happens. That's data-driven, okay? Everything should be data-driven. The third thing is systems. So we have job descriptions and all this, and then there's a support system to help people know when they need help, they can go to people. When you talk about systems, systems are things that happen 80% or more of the time. So when I was in Rome and I ordered a McDonald's cheeseburger because I was sick of eating Italian food, it had 3 pickles on it, just like 3 pickles that you have in America. That's an example of a system, things that happen 80% or more of the time. The next one is traction. So every person knows what their part is. That's traction. If you have a team, say of 5 people or 20 people or 900 people, and they don't know what their job is, and they don't know how their job plays into other people's roles, you're not going to get traction. What you're going to do, it's like driving a car with bald tires in the rain. You're just going to slip all over the place. And that's what happens to businesses. You got to have traction. And how you do it is people got to know how their part plays into everything. The next one is issue resolution. So something comes up on a file and you're like, hey, why did this come up? How come the appraisal didn't get emailed to the borrower? How come they didn't get their Tuesday update calls? Whatever those issues are. We got to look at that issue and put something in place that says, hey, how can we have this happen to where it never happens again? Or there's a really good chance it never happens again. That's how you resolve issues, is you change the process. And processes have to change all the time. There shouldn't be a week in your business going on where you're not dealing with, hey, how do we fix this long term? We know we got to fix it in the short term, but how do we stop it from reoccurring again? The last is people. So people have clear job descriptions, and you hire people that are super A players. So what does that look like in Summit? We hired to 3 things. One is their character. Okay? I'm not saying that they're malicious people. I'm saying that if I say I'm going to call you back in an hour, I really do call you back. That's an example of character. The second one is job skills. How skilled are they? Are they a great underwriter, or are they just kind of okay and they make some mistakes? Okay? That kind of idea of how good are those job skills, and if they're not good enough, we got to train that person up. Okay? And the third one is their drive. What is it? I used to think that everyone was driven. That's not true. About 10% of Americans wake up and we're just super driven out of our mind and we just want to go crush it. And listen, you guys are the ones that turn the needle. That 10% are the leaders in any company, any organization. So do they have a lot of drive? So those are the 6 things that I look at in running Summit on how do we build a better and better company so we literally one day can be looked at as the best mortgage bank in the nation. Thanks for listening, guys.